Hi, Excel champions. Excel champions this time. Woo! Somebody's already here by 6:56. Thank you, Excel champions. If you're here and you're ready for the grand finale of the Excel class 2025, please signify in the chat box. I'm always so happy to see you guys. And like today is the last day, so today is not a small day, right? Today is not a small day at all. Excel champions, are you ready? Today is the grand finale. Today is the day where we're wrapping things up, and today is the big day. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So today is the last day, and so I need to see the energy in the chat box. Tell champions, I need to see the energy in the chat box. And if you know someone that you know is not here, please go and get them. Tell them that it's time for the class. Tell them that they should appear. That it's time for the class to start. Today we'll be having a guest speaker, and today is literally the last day. They do not want to miss it. Even if they've missed day one, they've missed day two. I can assure them that today is not the day that they want to miss. Today is that you want to miss. Excel champions, please, if you know that your friend or someone isn't here, if you know that your friend or someone isn't here, please reach out to them to join the class immediately as early as possible. All right. Excel champions, we can do this, we can do this. Welcome. Please, if you just joined the live, please signify. Tell us, tell us hi, tell me hi, tell me hi. Please, if you just joined the live, don't be quiet. Please show up, please say hi. Okay, we're growing, we're growing. Excel champions, please, if you know someone that's meant to be here that's not here, please tell them immediately to join the live. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Hi, hi, Excel champions. Let's do this. Today is the grand finale. Please go to the group. Go and make noise that the class has started. Please, if you're here, please just go to the group. Go and make noise. Go and tell them that the class has started. Even if they miss day one and day two. Good evening, Godwin. Even if you miss day one, you do not want to miss day four. Even if it's already wrong that you missed those other days, but I assure you that you do not want to miss day four. Excel champions, we can do this, we can do this. Where's the energy? Have you gone to go and tell that your friend that we have gone live? Have you gone? Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Miss Salami. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, you are wrong. You should have subscribed to this channel. Please, Excel champions. Good evening, Sylvia. Thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you for always joining in. It means a lot. We will be, as you see, we have been starting early these days. We don't waste time anymore. So please tell that friend. Tell that person that you forced to register. I used to do it in my house and go and force them that you people should go and join the live. Go and tell them now that they should join the live as early as possible so that we can learn and grow together. All right. This is the grand finale. They do not want to miss it. All right. Excel champions, we can do this. Please go and make noise on the group. Go and post your favorite sticker. Go and make us let them know that something is happening. The class has started. Let them know that something is happening. Happy to be here. We're happy to have you here. Excel champions, please, please, please go to the group. Go and make noise. Go and let everybody know that something is happening, that the class has started. Network will not show anybody shege today in the name of Jesus. Please, people should go to the group. Go and make noise. Go and make noise. Let's create FOMO. Let's make people come to the class, right? We don't just want to learn alone, but we want other people to learn with us. Today is the grand finale. Miss Annie has taught you, she has empowered you, and the least you can do is show up for her, right? So please go to the group. Go and make noise. Get people to join this live. Get people to join this. Today is the grand finale. Today is the day we're going to be talking about certificates. We're going to be announcing winners. Today is not a small day. Tell that your friend they don't want to miss today. They don't even know whether they can be the winner for the Excel cast today. They don't know. They're not sure. They're not aware. So tell them that they should come to class. They should come to class as quickly as possible. And today, Miss Annie's mentor will be speaking. Miss Annie's mentor will be speaking today. I'm going to give this profile for you guys. before the class starts, I'm going to read his profile so that you know who's even come to speak. So that's saying that someone people it's not someone small that's speaking today, right? It's someone that knows what he's doing and it's someone that is very, very knowledgeable. Excel champions, please, 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 Excel champions, go back to the group, go back to your DM, go and invite that friend, go and call that friend, tell them it's time for class and you're not here. It's time for class and you're not here. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're so wrong, Excel champion. You're so wrong. You're so wrong. You are so wrong. Excel champions, we can do this, all right? Please go to the group, go and make noise. Tell them that they should join the live, that class has begun. Class has started. Class has started, and please, they do not want to miss it, right? They do not want to miss it. Thank you, everyone. Excel champions, we can do this. We're made to learn, we're made for more, and we're doing it exceptionally well. Thank you, Excel champions, for showing up. If you know you've been here from day one, can you just signify in the chat box? You are there, you are here day one, day two, day three, day four. Let me clap for you for your consistency. Let me clap for you for your consistency. If you know you've been here, that Jesus glow. I know who you are, but I'll still clap for you. Woo, 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 woo. If you know, Manila, I'm clapping for you. As long as you've been here from day one, you deserve Christmas chicken. You deserve, in fact, I'm going to keep clapping. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God, look at my people. The comment section, Excel champions are not following my hand. They're not disappointing me. Yes, that's the energy. Thank you guys so much for being here from day one. So if you've been here from day one, I'm sure like me, you are so excited that today is day 4. Today is the grand finale. So please don't be excited alone. Go to the group. Post your favorite sticker. Let's make noise on the group so that those people that are not here, they'll be like, something is happening, right? Please, let's go to the group. Go and post your favorite sticker. Show me that you're in the class. Go and post your favorite sticker on the group. Go and make noise that the class has started. The class has started. Why you not here? Why you not here? Let people know that the class has started. Thank you, Excel champions. We'll be having the assignment review very few minutes from now, but we need as many people to be on the call as possible. Thank you for being present all through, Miss Alami. Thank you, we appreciate it. Miss Annie has come out of her way to hold this class for us, right? And the least we can do is to show up for her. Okay, so right now I'm going to be reading the profile of our guest speaker for today. As I told you, the mentor, Miss Annie's mentor, is going to be speaking today. This is not just a man of knowledge, but a man of influence, because if he can influence Miss Annie into becoming and doing what she's doing today, that's to tell you that he's someone that knows exactly what he's doing. So meet our speaker, Mr. Anuhi Mustafa. Mr. Mustafa, fondly known as Sam Musti, is a dynamic leader whose work blends project management, sustainable energy, data analytics, machine learning, and AI. With 4+ years of industry experience, he has helped companies and organizations unlock deeper insights, solve business problems with data, and make smarter data-driven decisions. He has trained 200 to 300 people in data analytics and data science, using AI tools to enhance productivity and efficiency. His passion for learning and teaching is evident in his current role, where he facilitates data analytics training for 75+ students at respected HR Center in Abuja. With hands-on expertise across retail, sustainable energy, and fintech, and strong experience working with databases like SQL Server and MySQL, Sam Musti brings technical depth and real-world perspective to every space he's in. In addition to his work in the sustainable energy sector as an associate project manager, he's also pursuing an MBA in entrepreneurship and innovation, reflecting his commitment to continuous growth and leadership. Sam Musti isn't just a data professional, he's a builder, a mentor, and a catalyst helping people step confidently into the world of data. So Excel champions, you know that the person you're learning from today is not a small person. So when we're introducing Samusti, I want to see the energy in the chat box. Even if I'm not there to hype, you people should just start hyping him. Welcome Samusti, because he's coming to pass knowledge to everyone here for free, right? So I'll be introducing Miss Dorcas right now to take over for the assignment review. Excel champion, if you have not gone to go and call somebody to this class, if you have not posted sticker on that group, if you have not made people feel like they're missing out by not being here, you are wrong. Please, let's head over to the group and do that. And let's also join Ms. Dorcas for the assignment review. I want to believe we did our assignment. So let's check. Let's check if we're correct or not. Ooh, thank you, Excel champions. Bye.
Thank you, Asha. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dorcas, and I'll be taking the assignment review for today. I hope you all did your assignment, and if you did, kudos to you. If you didn't, I wonder why, but at least we'll review it today. So, without further ado, let's begin. Which of the following is true about Google Sheets? It only works offline. It automatically saves changes online. It cannot perform formulas. It does not support collaboration. So the answer to this question is B. It automatically saves changes online. Yes, that's the correct answer. So let's move to the second question. Where do you find chart creation tools in Google Sheets? So we actually find this in the insert then chart tab. So this is where we find chart creation tools in Google Sheets. Let's move to the third question. What type of chart is best for showing parts of a whole? I like this question a lot. The answer is pie chart. So if you want to show how different parts come together to form a whole, you should use a pie chart. For example, if you have a total of 100% of something and you want to show that this particular thing forms 30%, this other one forms 40%, this other one forms another 30%, you should use a pie chart. Whereas things like, for example, a line chart is good for showing trends over time. So, for example, if you want to show how sales have changed over the months in a year, you can use a line chart. So, for showing parts of a whole, we should use a pie chart. I hope everyone is following. If you're following, please leave a comment in the comment section. And let's move to question 4. Which function adds numbers in Google Sheets? So the function that adds numbers in Google Sheets is the sum function. There's no add, total, or plus function in Google Sheets. It is the sum function that adds numbers in Google Sheets. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your comments. So let's move to question 5. If A1 equals 10 and A2 is 20, what will average A1 and A2 return? So this function would perform an average on the two cells. So what's the average of 10 and 20? That would be 10 plus 20 divided by 2. That's 30 divided by 2, and that's 15. What does count A do in Google Sheets? Count A counts all non-empty cells. So if you want to be specific and count the cells that are not empty, you use the count A function. Okay. What is the difference between counts and count A? Count counts numbers while count A counts all non-empty cells. So that's the difference between the two. Which formula joins text from multiple cells with a custom separator? That is text join. What chart is best for showing data trends over time? Okay, I've touched on this. That is the line chart. Which of these is a valid advantage of Google Sheets over Excel? It allows real-time collaboration easily. So that's one advantage of Google Sheets over Excel. Which panel allows you to customize chart colors, labels, and series? That is the chart editor panel. So that allows you to customize the colors, labels, and series of charts. Question 12. In Google Sheets, which formula will correctly join the text, Excel class, and 2025 with a space between them? So the answer to this will be text join space true Excel class 2025. So that would be option D. So yes, that will be the answer. Question 13. What does max A1 colon A5 return? This returns the highest number in the range. Yep, in the range of those 5 cells. If you want to build a dashboard in Google Sheets, what is most important? Clean data, correct chart type, and clear labeling. Right, so the other 3 options are things we should avoid. Which of these is a valid reason to use Google Sheets for reporting? It updates in real time and supports collaboration. Which formula counts the number of cells in A1 colon A10 that are not empty? Right, so we have also talked a little about this in other questions. That's count A. Count A counts all non-empty cells. Which statement best explains why many companies prefer Google Sheets? Like I've said, it is fully cloud-based and supports real-time teamwork. So with Google Sheets, you can actively collaborate. Which chart is most suitable for tracking performance over weeks or months? That is the line chart. That is most suitable for tracking performance over time. Which of the following is true about autosave in Google Sheets? Google Sheets saves changes automatically once you are online. That is also related to the first question we answered. And the last question, when creating a dashboard in Google Sheets, which feature helps you create interactive charts that updates based on user selection? The answer is data validation plus Slicer. So based on slicers can help you select a particular segment of the chart and then the charts will update based on that selection. So that's the end of the assignment. I hope you guys followed and understood and enjoy the class today. Bye.
Come on, Excel champions, please let's appreciate Miss Dorcas. Let's appreciate Miss the class for her effort. And if you know you did the assignments, we're proud of you, we're proud of you. All right, like I said, we'll not be wasting time today. Today is the grand finale. It's time for Miss Annie to take the stage, and you know that when Miss Annie walks in, knowledge follows. So, Excel champions, please let's welcome the host, the author, the the brain behind the Excel class 2025. Please can we welcome Miss Annie? Let's see the energy in the chat box at Excel champions. We are welcoming Miss Annie. She has tried for 4 days straight. She has showed up for you guys, impacting you with knowledge, impacting. She's not going to come unless people are hyping her to come. Oh. Please, let me see it in the chat box. Please let's welcome Miss Annie. Please let's welcome Miss Annie. She has tried for 3 days straight. She has worked to impact us with knowledge, to empower us, and ensure that we enter 2026 ahead of us. So, Excel champions, please let's welcome. Come on, I love the energy. I love the energy. Thank you, guys. We love you. We appreciate you, Miss Annie. We love you, Miss Annie. Thank you, Miss Annie, for your effort. Excel champions, we can do more. We can do more. Let's see the love. Let's see the love. It's not easy to do what she's doing for free. Oh. It's not easy to orchestrate and even plan this and put in so much love and depth for free. Please let's hype Miss Annie. Let's welcome her. You're welcome, Miss Annie. Thank you, Miss Annie. Come on. I love it, Excel champions. I love the reactions. Yes, let me see the emojis. Let me see the love. Let me see the love. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, Miss Annie. We love you. We love you. We love you. You're welcome, ma.
Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're listening to us from. Today is the finale. Today is the finale, and I'm super, super, super excited. We can all testify that we've grown together, lives have been changed, impact has been made, and that was the goal for this program. That we're entering 2026 smarter, better, stronger. And it's so beautiful to see the testimonies that all of you guys were sending yesterday. So a special shout out to my team. You guys can see all the effort they are putting. My community managers are always on ground. Every single person that have putting effort into making this a success. I thank them specially. Thank you all so much. And I'm so grateful to God too for the success of this program, for the resources that He has provided, for the testimonies that people are seeing. And we are not yet done, no, but I was so happy last night seeing all you guys' messages. I thank you all so much. And I'm so glad that you guys are getting value from this. So I want today, this finale now, to end on a grand scale so that there will be more and more and more and more to come. All right. So today, because there's a whole lot that has to happen today, and we want to finish on time, so we'll have to quickly start. But we're going to start with prayers as usual. So let's quickly say a prayer. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for everything that has happened so far. We thank you, Holy Spirit, for the inspiration, for the idea, for helping everything to become a success. And today is the last day. Lord, we thank you for the testimonies and the kind words that people have been saying. Please, Lord, we ask, oh Lord, that this class shall keep bringing forth blessings all around, and that as they have taken out time from their busy days and schedules to listen to this class, Lord, that this class and this learning shall cause them joy, shall give them happiness, shall give them prosperity. It shall open up opportunities, ideas, resources to them. And this skill that they have learned will never, ever, ever be in vain. And that your grace will be manifested in their lives. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. You guys should say amen. Oh, let's all tap from this grace. Let's all tap from these blessings. Let's all tap. I'm excited to hear him talk to you all, to see this little project that I had going turn into something amazing. Yes, amen, amen, amen. Thank you all so much. So we are going to move right into it. Happy Sunday, everybody, by the way. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you had a great day. How was your day today? How was your day? Did any of you have anything interesting today? How was your day? How was your day? You guys are not saying anything. You guys don't want to talk about how your day went? All right, all right, all right. Mm, okay. So while we're at this, also, if you know someone that is supposed to be here that isn't here, please, you guys should take a screenshot as usual. We are going to do connection day tomorrow. So take a screenshot for your social media handle. Remember what I told you guys. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. If you're learning this skill, you need to publicize it everywhere. Everybody needs to know that you're learning a skill. You should not be hiding it. It's not a secret thing. The only way people can see what you're doing and pay you for it is if they know that you can do this thing. So take a screenshot now, go and post on your social media handles, tell people to join, tell a friend to join, tell a sister to join, tell a cousin to join, because today is not only going to be about Excel, today is going to be about AI, and a lot of people need to know how to use AI to upgrade themselves, upskill. 2026 is going to be a strong moving year that if you don't know how to use AI better, you're going to be left behind. Like literally, you will be left behind. There's going to be an uprising next year. So you don't want anyone that needs the skill to be found missing. My mentor is very, very skilled with AI and he's going to be talking to us on it. So please take a screenshot, go and invite everybody. If you know someone that was not here, you don't want to be the person that will not be bringing the person in. How many people have you guys invited? Let me know, let me know, let me know so that we can quickly start on today. Who and who have taken screenshots? Yes, please, you guys should hurry up because I want to officially start this class by 7:30. Today is the finale. Have you invited someone? Who and who has invited someone? Have you sent the link anywhere? Have you shared the link with a friend, a spouse, a brother, a cousin? Good. Manuela said she has invited someone. Good. Is it only Manuela that is here? Is it only Manuela that is here? Who else? Who else? Who else? How many people have you invited? How many people have you shared the link with? Have you taken a screenshot for your LinkedIn post tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow is the day to show off on LinkedIn what you've been up to brag about it. So you don't want to be found missing. Time, time, time. We are working with time here. We want to start by 7:30. So invite people so that we can start this class officially. You need to be bragging about what you're doing. You can't just be learning Excel, Google Sheets, all these skills that people are paying dollars for, and you're hiding it. You need to start showing it off everywhere to brag about it. It's bragging right. And not only knowing how to use even Excel, you now know how to use AI to get basic things done, more than basic tasks even. And then the best person that is even very skilled with this is coming to talk to you guys. It's worth bragging for. It's worth publicizing. It's worth telling other people about. We have 1 more minute to officially start. How many people have invited someone? If you're invited, let me see in the comment section. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. How many people have taken a screenshot? Let me know. You guys are not saying anything. Your energy is too low for a finale. It's too low. I need hype. I need hype. I need hype. Thank you so much, Opala, Sylvia. Thank you. How many people have invited someone here? If you've invited, say I have. Excel champions, your energy is low for a finale. What's going on? What is the issue? Yay, that Jesus Glow says she has invited someone. Where are you guys? Why is no one saying anything? We are supposed to start by 7:30, but I'm not seeing any vibe here. Hashtag. Why is it only two people that are saying something? What's going on? What's the issue today? It's 7:30. Oh, I'm not seeing any vibe. Good side. Good, 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 good. All right, all right, all right. I can see the energy now. Thank you all so much. So we officially start the final day for this class. So today, as I told you guys yesterday, we are going to be talking on dashboard design. Because yesterday, when I was looking through the feedback from the attendants, and I saw some people talking about, oh, I should expatiate more on pivot tables and dashboard designs and everything. And we're going to be doing it today because I personally I prefer doing dashboard designs in Excel more than Google Sheets. I just recently even learned how to do visualization on Google Sheets. Excel is much more convenient for me, and I feel like it's supposed to be convenient for much more people. So I'm super excited for today's session. So today's section is going to be well paced. I'm going to try my best because learning pivot tables is a lot. It's really, really a whole lot. So we are going to try our best to be in between, not too fast and not too slow. So you guys should just keep up. And as usual, it's going to be a hands-on class. The data set that we worked with yesterday, please open up the data set in your laptop because that's what we are going to be working with today. Asha or Dockers, please, you guys should reshare the data set again so that everyone can see it and open it up in their various systems. If you're working on your phone, please just listen carefully to us. As long as you watch the video, you should be able to get a thing or two so that when you find yourself on with a system, you would definitely know how to navigate using pivot tables and creating basic dashboards in Excel. So today we are going to be taking how to turn your data into simple, clear insights, right? By the end of this class, you should be able to know how to build pivot tables confidently. You should be able to answer real business questions using data because basically the whole point of a data now is to answer questions, business questions. This data set now, what insight can I get from here to drive my business forward, to get more revenue, to move profit, to become the highest competitor in the market. Basically, what data does is to answer information, and data never, ever, ever lies, except you're working with a biased data. So we are also going to learn how to create simple, solid charts. We are going to learn how to design a structured dashboard, and I'm going to teach you guys the visualization rules that make charts clear and beautiful. All right, all right. So why does pivot table matter? Pivot table, based on the assignment, you guys already saw that pivot table now helps you summarize large data in seconds. I already showed you guys yesterday that imagine you have thousands and thousands of rows, and then your boss asks you, or what's the highest paying customer we have? How do you want to start looking for it? How do you want to even figure it out? It's going to be just confusing for you, right? It's going to be so confusing. So it's going to be so confusing for you. But that's where pivot table comes. You literally just have to drag and drop, and then you are seeing your insight as it is happening, right? So we're also going to learn how to find groups, how to find total average top customers, how to group data, how to build your dashboard faster. So pivot table is like your data calculator. It quickly just does all these things for you. Instead of you to be writing formulas and formulas and formulas, with pivot table, just dragging and dropping, it's just going to you're just going to see it very quickly. So the data sets we are working with, I've already told Asha to share it in the group. You guys can just quickly scroll to the group as well to check for the data set and use. If you downloaded it yesterday when I talked about it, please let me know in the comment section if you guys have the data set, who has opened it up in their system, so that this class can be hands-on. It's the best way for you to learn how to use pivot table, especially as a beginner, because it can get pretty confusing for some people. Okay. How many people have opened up the data set, please, so that we can start? You guys are not saying anything, please. How many people have opened up the data set? Let's start. Why is the comment section very, very dry today? I need energy. It's energy that drives me. Please, let's keep doing this. How many people have opened up the data set? Because I do not want to start this pivot table and I'll be the only one doing this. It's supposed to be a hands-on class doing this together. So the data set we are working with is basically the one that you guys used to do your assignment, and it still has the necessary tables. These are the tables that are contained, not tables, rather the columns that are contained in the data set. Transactions, customer details, product category, revenue dates, and gender, quantity, and price. Right. Okay. So then we move over to step-by-step pivot table guide. Now, the first thing you want to do when you open up your data set, as usual, we'll quickly go through the slide. Then after we are done with the slides, we'll head over to Excel. So the first thing we want to do when you open up your data set after data cleaning, because before you even start doing any of this analysis, you need to have cleaned up your data properly. Maybe if you might need to add certain rows or columns, you would have derived columns, you would have done that as well. Then after you're done with that, you now highlight your whole data set and then you convert your data set to a table. The shortcut key to convert to a table is Control T. So the reason why converting your data set to a table is necessary is because it helps the pivot table convert faster and it helps you reference it, because now you can easily name your data set. The table, you can easily name it. And instead of you to just be saying A2 to A something, you can just call it whatever name you want. Maybe retail sales. Once you say it, Excel automatically knows that it's that data you're talking about. So that's where naming table comes in. And then after that, we create a new worksheet for the analysis. Now, these are the questions we are going to be answering in Excel. These are the questions you're going to be answering in Excel. How many customers are male versus female? If you open the data set now, for people that have already opened it up on their system, if I ask you now, how many customers are male and how many customers are female? With the way the data set is looking, it's going to be very confusing for you. If you say you want to use formula to do it, yes, you can use formula to look for it, but it's going to just take your whole time. Maybe the formula might give you issues and all of that. But with a pivot table, you practically just have to drag and drop, and boom, you're seeing the insights quick, clear, sharp, easy. So all these questions now, these are necessary questions that in real life now that you should be able to use your data to answer based on the data that you have. Your data that you have now can drive key insights that you can get to now make decisions. So for instance, now let's say that for how many customers are male versus female, if you now know, as maybe you as a boss now, if you ask your data analyst, right, I want to know how many customers we have, how many male customers we have, how many female customers do we have. Now, if you now get this information, let's say for instance, after doing your pivot table, you now see that you have more male customers or you have more female customers. Now you now know who you can be marketing to more. That's why data is very, very important. It drives decision, because now if you now know, okay, since I have more male customers, that means we have to be making our ads to be more targeted to male people, since they are our highest paying customers, so that we can be getting more of them. Or if our customers are female, we market them more. Or if you now know which one is higher, you can now say, okay, if female is very low like this, what can we do now to make more females to buy our products more? These are the necessary things. All right, your followers, I can see your comment. So these are the necessary things now that make data very, very essential in everything we do in this world. As long as human beings are living, as long as there is life going on in this planet, there is always going to be data. And that's why data analysts, business analysts, in fact, anybody that has anything to do with analysis can never go out of job, because we are always going to be in demand. Now, for each pivot table we'll generate, we are going to work with 4 basic charts. These are the basic charts that every data analyst, every person that works with Excel, anybody that says they know Excel should know how to use. There are so many more, but these are the 4 basic ones. The donut chart or the pie chart. The difference between the two is that donut chart is more Gen Z, is more trendy. You can add some numbers inside the hole that is there, but the pie chart and donut chart is still the same thing. Then we have the column chart, then we have the bar charts. The bar chart has the horizontal bar chart and the vertical bar chart, and then we have the line chart. Based on our discussion from the last class and from the assignment, I'm very sure that you guys already know what a pie chart does and what a line chart is used for. Line chart is used for trends over time. Pie chart is used for explaining parts to a whole. Column chart is used for explaining categories in a category format, and then bar chart is used to show hierarchy, or I don't know how to explain it better. But basically, the rules of clean visualization: you should always use one purpose per chart. You should label your chart correctly, remove clutter, keep colors consistent, avoid 3D charts. This one is very, very important. Avoid 3D charts. I've seen a lot of people do this. I did this when I was still learning, before I learned the rules of visualization. Because once you start visualizing now, you want to just test it out, and it has a whole lot of cool features. But as an analyst, you need to avoid 3D charts. Always show the highest versus the lowest. So they need to see where it's starting from versus the lowest. Then you tell a story, not just numbers. Now you're not just going to just be throwing charts anyhow. I already said this yesterday. There needs to be a story to it, because it's that story now that is going to drive decisions. As you're designing the chart, don't always ever think of just yourself. Think about the end user, the person that's actually going to use this things that you have done, or this dashboard that you have done, to make a decision. Can the person get out key information from this dashboard that you have done? Can they make a story out of it? Can they drive can this your dashboard drive decisions? That is what you should keep in mind anytime you're doing visualization in Excel. Now, the next thing we are going to do now is we're going to create a dashboard live. That is, after creating the pivot tables, we'll quickly now go ahead to create a dashboard live. So I'm going to show you guys how to create a KPI card, how to create a donut chart, column chart, line charts, and the bar chart as well, and the top 5 customers, gender, category, and the rest. Okay, so now we're quickly going to move over to Excel. So I'm guessing that most of you have your data set opened up in your laptop so that we can start this session. Okay. Why you should avoid 3D chart is because it distorts insight, and it can be misleading, especially for people that don't know how to use charts, right? It can be very, very misleading. That's why, as an analyst, it's always necessary for you to avoid 3D charts. It's always necessary for you to avoid 3D charts. So I'll quickly share my screen. All right, let's get on with this. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen so that we can start? All right, good. So this is the data set that you guys already cleaned for your assignment. So now this is the cleaned version, and this data set is more longer. It spans thousands and thousands of rows. I just cut it short for you guys to practice, but this data set is very, very huge. It has, I think, over 1,000 rows, if I'm not mistaken. So it's perfect for analysis and dashboard designing. So as usual, the first thing I said now from the slides that we created now, when you open up your data set, what's the first thing you do? You need to turn it to a table format before you go ahead to create your pivot tables. Now we are going to do that now. So we are going to highlight the whole data set, and either you press Ctrl T. No, the shortcut key to highlight the whole data set is Shift Control plus the left arrow key that's highlighted everything, then Shift Control plus the down arrow key has highlighted everything. You guys can see that the data set is 1,000 rows. So it has 1,000 rows. And now we're going to press Ctrl T. So do you guys see it's telling me where is the data for your table? And it's telling me my table has headers. So you should always check this, because it's these headers that is going to use to do the analysis. And I click OK. Now, do you see that I've converted my data set to a table? Why is it necessary for a data set to be in a table format? Now, if I quickly upload anything, if I have new data that comes in, let's say maybe after cleaning, and I have new data that just wants to come in, once I add it here, everything is automatically updated on the pivot angle end and on my chart end. That's the beautiful thing about Excel. Everything is connected. If you do it well, once you get new information and you just upload it here, everything is automatically switching up because your table is helping it do that quickly and easily. Another thing is that, let's say that I perform another function, because it's in the table format, the IntelliSense is faster now, so it's quickly just populates. I don't need to be dragging as we used to do. Maybe if I add a new column and then you have to now be dragging the necessary things like this. Once I put it on the next table, it's automatically filling down clearly. I don't need to do anything next. Now the next thing we are going to do now is so now insert our pivot table. Okay, I forgot. We need to name our table, right? Okay, sorry. I wanted to show you guys first of all how to design up your table. So now that we have created this table, you guys see that there's a new bar that comes up above here that shows table design. Now you have the option now to design up your table how you want. You guys know I love purple because I'm keeping it brand color style. So you have all these options here now to select the table that you need based on what you want. So you guys can see there are different options, there are different things to walk around and play around with. Okay, I think this is not bad. And then you can remove the header row, you can add it back if you want banded rows, if you want the first rows to be banded, the first rows to be highlighted. Like basically there are a lot of things that you can play around it based on the criteria you're working with. So I think mine looks good like this. All right, now if you look at over here, you can see where the row table name. So I'll just quickly name this retail. So now this is necessary when I want to reference the table later on, right? So you can also see where the row summarized with pivot table here, but I just want to use my own hand and create the pivot table by myself. How do we do that? You go to the insert. Once you go to the insert, you can see where the row pivot table here and then recommended pivot tables. So Excel can use its own hand to recommend the necessary pivot table it feels based on the data set that you are working with. But I prefer to create custom pivot tables, so I'm going to create it myself. And I'm going to do that from table or range. So do you guys see it? Because of my table is already there, Excel has already used its own hand now to bring out the retail because I named it retail. Can you guys see this? I don't know if you can, it can't zoom in any further, but you guys should be able to see this. And it has an option. It shows me, do I want it in a new worksheet or do I want it in this same worksheet? I want it to be in a new worksheet because it's cleaner to work this way. Please, you guys should follow this thing carefully and properly because you are going to be doing the same thing for your assignment. So pay close attention and follow this step by step. Is the best way for you to learn how to do visualization and how to use pivot tables without confusion. Now we are going to create a new worksheet and we click OK. Good. Do you guys see that a tab has formed here? It basically shows me, to build a report, choose field from the pivot table. I would have loved I don't know if I'm trying to expand it better for you guys to see. It starts to misbehave. But basically, this tab shows here that my data set has turned to a pivot table. Yeah, this shows that my data set has turned to a pivot table, right? So now we had series of questions that we said we are going to answer for today's class. So we are quickly going to head over there now. Good. So these are the questions that we are going to answer. The first question we are going to answer now is, How many customers do we have, male versus female? How many customers do we have, male versus female? So to do this now, we are quickly going to head back to our Excel to show how this can be done. Yes, you can follow the same steps in Google Sheets. It's the same step everywhere so that you don't get confused. So now we want to see how many customers do we have, male versus female. So you need to think. Another thing I need you guys to learn now is, as an analyst, you need to know the best columns based on the data set you have now. What are the best columns that I can use now to bring out this answer or this question that I'm being asked? They ask you now, how do I know which, basically what that question means is, how do I know which gender is higher? Is it male or is it the female? Now, if you look at our data set now, we have gender column, so we can see that we have a column that shows us male or female. What other criteria too now can we use to know which one is higher? Because let's look at that question again. It says, how many customers are male versus female? And then we also have customer ID, right? So we also have customer ID column too. So basically, these two columns should be able to show us key information on seeing between the male and the female customer, which one do we have more, right? Or without itself, you can even use the count function. So I need you guys to look at your data set, understand it, understand the workings, and ask yourself, this is my data set now. How can I use the information in this data set to bring out the question? Now we'll quickly head over to the pivot table. Now, based on our data set now, because now we see that we have a column now that has gender, right? No, we are doing visualization today in Excel. It's better than Google Sheets. So now we have a column now that is gender. So it has showed us this. Another thing that we can do now is to put the same gender now in the count column. Now, can we now see at a glance, based on this our data set now, based on this our data, what's the highest gender now that we have? You guys, what's the highest gender? Let me know in the comment section. What's the highest gender we have from our data set? What's the highest gender we have that patronize us more? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. What gender patronizes us more? Good, the female. So you guys see, so imagine if your boss asked you this question now, look at these thousands of rows. How do you even want to start answering it? If they ask you, you wouldn't have known how to even go about it. But with the pivot table now, you can quickly just see how it has summarized this thing now. The beautiful thing about pivot table is that you can also edit how it comes. It gives you a whole lot of free will as well. Now in pivot tables has filter, it has the column, it has rows, and it has the value. Each of these necessary things are important in showing how your data come. For instance, now, since I put it in value, it basically did count because the value female versus male is in a word format, and you cannot perform formulas in words. So basically, the only formula that pivot table can only do is to count. That is why it counted my data automatically. If it was that I put a number in the row section, maybe I put something like total amount, it should have done sum or something else. So if you guys look at it here, there are some options that comes up. It shows you remove field, it shows you value field setting. You can now choose if you want it to be sum, if you want it to be average, if you want it to be count. You can basically, it has a whole lot of features that normally you would have used functions and formulas to do rather. But now with pivot table, you just summarizes your data up for you very quickly, right? So another thing that we can now choose to do now is, do you guys see that another tab has also come here to be added? Has also added up here. If you look up here now at the tool pane, you can see that pivot table analyze have added, design has added, power pivot too has added as well. This power pivot is more advanced, so we'll not even be going into this one. If not, you guys will be very confused this night. So I'm going to just show you guys how to do basic pivot tables. Right now I will now show you guys how to design it, because now this design, maybe I don't like this blue, it's not giving me what I want. We're using a purple theme here, so we can switch to purple. The same thing with creating the tables too. You can go around and play around with what you want and how you want it to look. Now, if you look over here as well, you can see grand total. If you want the grand total to be on for certain columns or you want it to be off, me normally I even like to turn it off sometimes. Sometimes I like to leave it on just so that you can get a feel of your data. So you can turn it off. Look at now, I've turned it off. And if you want to turn it back on, if you want to turn it back on, you can turn it back on as well. If you want the row headers to show, you allow the row headers to show. If you want the column headers, you off it. Basically, there are lots of things that you can play around with pivot tables, right? Now, another thing now we are going to do, we are going to answer the next question. So let's quickly move over. We have to work with time here. Mhm. The next question we'll be working with is, which product category brings the most revenue? Which product category brings the most revenue? Now, quickly, with the data set that we have, what are the necessary columns that you guys feel can answer this question? Let me know in the comment section. Let's hurry up. Fastest fingers, fastest fingers. What column can we use to answer number 2 question? Which product category brings the most revenue? What column can give us the answer to this question? You guys, let's hurry up, please. Let's hurry up. Based on our data set and our question, what product category gives us the highest revenue? What column can we use to answer this question? You guys. What column can we use to answer this question based on our data sets now? To find out the products, now we want to know the product that brings in the highest revenue. Based on our data set, what are the necessary columns we are going to be working with? Good. Someone said products category, wonderful. Salami, wonderful. Good. Product and revenue, wonderful. You guys are getting it. Product and total amount, perfect. Anissa, she did the perfect answer. This is the correct thing. Product and the total amount. That is what will show us the highest revenue for each product. So we quickly head over to the pivot table. Now, the good thing about pivot table is that if you want to create a new pivot table, you'll be very, very stressed. So normally, what I will advise each person to do is to, and we need to also name it. We need to also put the questions in it as well, because we need to know what each pivot table question is being answered so that we are not frustrated in the end, right? And you want to know the question that is going on there. So we can just quickly say this one is male versus female. So this next question now, and we'll now put a demarcation so that we know that this is number 1 question. This is number 1, and you're not confused. And then me, I like to demarcate it this way so that I know which pivot table question is being answered, and then we'll use another demarcation line. So this column I'm supposed to use. Good, we have done. This is for question 1. So question 2 now is products that generate highest revenue. So this is our number 2 question. Now we are going to be putting a pivot table here now. How do you get a new pivot table? You quickly just copy the pivot table. Once you copy it, Ctrl+C it, and then you're pasting it here. It's always best for you to leave at least 3 or 4 more boxes. I'm quickly going to show you guys how to insert the values, and you paste it. So just leave more space in between now. So we are quickly seeing that this is number 1, and then this is number 2 question that is being answered here. So now, have you guys done this? Are you guys following me? Now, once you do this, a pane opens up. This pane that opens up on the left, you can quickly drag it if you want. For me, I like my own being at the left-hand side. You can quickly drag it. The pane shows us all the columns that we have. You can see transaction ID, dates, customer ID. It basically shows all the columns we have in our data set in the table that was there, right? It's from this thing that you can now quickly click. You can drag and drop. You can drag and drop. Basically, you can do a whole lot of things with it. But we are going to remove this field now because we want to answer questions. If you want to quickly remove the field, you just drag it and then you push it sideways, or you right click and then you see remove field, and it does that. So now quickly we are going to put the product category, and we are going to put the total amount category. Now, before we do this, I think on this data set, we did not convert this total amount to currency. So we'll go ahead and do that for the price per unit and the currency. So if you have not done that on your own end, please do. And as usual, I'm going to quickly change this to Naira. Good. So we have converted it to currency now. So we are going back to our pivot table. Now we have put the product category. Next thing we're going to put now is the total amount. So now can you guys see this? It has changed. It has changed. Right. Now the beautiful thing about pivot table is that you can quickly refresh that everything that you did before can automatically be added. So we're going to do refresh all. Good. So it has changed. It has converted to this now. Right. So, but we need to put it in an ascending order so that we can see so now based on this our data set, now we can now see that what's the highest selling product now that we have based on our data set. You guys, what's the highest selling product? What's the highest selling product that we have, guys? What's the highest selling product that generates most revenue for us? You guys, please tell me now. Let's hurry up, please. We are working with time here. We need to work with time so that we can finish fast. Sorry, what am I doing? Good. Electronics, good. Electronics. So now we can see it. But if I ask you now on a normal day, if you look at this data set and I ask you what's the highest selling products, you will not even know how to even go about it. But with pivot table, did you just see what we just did? We just dragged and literally dropped, and boom, we have the answer. We did not have to stress to start writing any formula of any sort. The answer just came like that, as long as you understand how to use pivot table, because pivot table is very, very, very beautiful. Right, it's so beautiful, and we can see that the total amount of product that we have sold is 456,000. So I would like to convert this total amount to currency, so we can do that as well. We can remove the zeros, and we can also change it now to Naira, as I showed you guys again. Okay, so we have converted it. This Naira is not giving me the one I want. Is at the back, so let's change it to BBN. Okay, this one is at the front. Good. We've converted it to Naira. So now we can now see electronics brought in the most revenue with 156,905. Isn't this beautiful? On a normal day now, you would have been so confused. You would have not known what to do, right? You would have not known what to do or how to go about the analysis. Let's quickly move over to the next question. Oh my God, it's almost 8 o'clock. Now, the next question, what state buys the most? You guys should quickly tell me what's the column that we are using for the what state buys the most. Let's hurry up, please. Let's hurry up. So as usual, again, we are putting the field so that we quickly know the next question, and we are calling this. Sorry. Good. So for this next question, this is number 3 question. State that buys the most. What column will we use to answer this question? What state buys the most? What state buys the most? What column can answer this question for us based on our data set? Why am I not even seeing the state column here? This data set is not complete. There was a state column here. Customer ID. All right, let's keep that question because we can't even answer it. There was a state column that's supposed to be, but I'm not seeing that part of the data set. So we'll just keep that question. Let's move to the next question. What is the top? Who is the top customer? So now for this, how do you answer who is the top customer? How do we know who is the top customer in our data set? So let's convert this number two question now to who is the top customer. So what do we use to answer? How what column can we use to answer who is the top customer? You guys, please let's hurry up. Good, Nkechi, good, wonderful. Customer ID column, right? Customer ID column plus what? Plus what? Plus what? Because only customer ID column can't show us who is the top customer. Good, plus the total amount. Wonderful. You guys are following. Amazing, amazing. Right? So we are going to remove this row column and we'll still retain the total amount, but we are going to switch it now to customer ID. So now the beautiful thing about this now is that we can limit this now to show us a certain number that we need to show, because if you start looking through all this is quite long because we have a lot of customers. So we just want to retain this now to just the top 10 customers that we have. Now the beautiful thing about pivot table is that you can do all this summarizing, you can do all the summarizing and much more. So you can show value as percentage of grand total. It has a lot of options that you can show. Can rank from largest to smallest. So no, I'm not supposed to rank it with this. I'm supposed to rank it with this one. So we can rank, we can show value as, we can summarize value as. It has already shown us the term, but we want to show top 10. Top 10. Okay, first of all, let's sort this first. So now we can see that customer 789 is our top customer, but I wanted us to limit this to the top 10. Yeah, I think you can do this with pivot table now. What is that option again? It's supposed to show me in the summarize by. Yeah, there's a way to limit it to the top 10, but I don't know, I'm not seeing it right now. But afterwards we'll ask ChatGPT for it. So let's go ahead and go and ask ChatGPT. How can I limit my top customers in my pivot table to be the top 10? To be the top 10, right? So this is how you use AI now for your learning and working when you're confused and you don't know how to go about it. How can I summarize my customer ID to be top 10 in my pivot table? I just want to show top 10 customers. So do you guys see that it's giving me options now? Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Contains end weights, not between. Yes, then. Good. We found it, the top 10. Good. It has done that. So it has given us the top 10 people now. So now we can see our top 10 customers. This is how you use AI. This is how you use AI, ChatGPT, for your analysis when you're stuck, when you're confused. Because as humans, you can't ever even know everything fully, but you should know that, okay, when I'm confused, this is who I can quickly run to go and ask for help, and that can come true for me immediately. So now we can see that from customer 592 downwards to 480 have spent the highest in our shop. But this is a very strange data. How come all of them are spending exactly 2,000 naira? That's why data is very, very important, because now it raises question. Now, if you show this to your boss can now ask, is there a reason why specifically all these customers are specifically spending just 2,000 naira in our shop? What is going on? So data shows insight, and insight drives decision. Now we move over to the next question. I would like to limit this self to even top five too. So let's go back to the ChatGPT and ask it. I want to limit it to top five. Okay, so let's follow what it told us. So we are going to just show here to be five, and we click OK. Why is it not working? Let's quickly do this so that we can move over to the next thing. Sister, why are you not changing? Alright, let's go ahead and do other things too. Okay, let's move over to question 4. So what's question 4? Yes, that's why insight is very, very important. That's why data analysis is very, very important, because now with this data, now you see that it raises question, Sontre. So now it raises question. Now you as the person driving this train, you can now ask, is there a specific reason why these people are specifically spending 2,000? How and what can we do now? You investigate further on the reason why this is happening. Quickly, let's move over to the next question. Which month had the highest sales? Which month had the highest sales? So yesterday we did a text extraction of bringing out the months from our data set. So basically we are going to do the same thing now in Excel. So we're going to say which month had the highest sales. Good. The data set that is so long is affecting me. Some reason you don't want to do. Okay, but I think why it's not showing me the top five is because everything is practically 2000. So it does not even know the one that you can say as top five or not because everything is practically the same figure. That's why I think it's not working. Please, Efosa, what did you not see the steps in? Please clarify further. Yes, it's practically easy on Power BI. Power BI is very, very sweet and smooth. So practically most of us don't even do our analysis again in Excel. You practically just use Power BI for it. So moving on now, we are going to do some text extraction of our data. So let's insert a new column so that we can get out just the months. To get out the months, we are going to do text function, the value. Come on, we want it to show MMM. No column. Okay, so Udoa, why we did that? What this shows is that our top customers spent just 2,000 naira in the shop. That is why it's showing us this. And the people that spent 2,000 naira are more than are just 10 or even more than 10. So that's why it just limited to this. And that's the reason why it refused to show top five because it does not know how to even rate the top five because practically everybody spends the same amount. No, you cannot use pivot table on your phone. So let's head over to the ChatGPT again because basically formula is not my thing today. Formula to extract out months from my dates. Apparently, we do not even have to do with this thing. Okay. So I'm switching this now to B2. All right, we have gotten this done. And you guys see what I told you guys about table because it was in a table format, it automatically just populated. I did not have to start dragging anything downwards as I would have done. Right, everything is just doing it on its own automated. Now, since we have the months extracted, our question says which month had the highest sales. So for us to do this now, which column are we using to get this done? What column can show us this? You guys, what column can show us which month had the highest sales? What column can show us which month had the highest sales? Please hurry up, guys. Please, please, please. Time. Right, another beautiful thing now about Excel, as I told you guys, is refreshing. So we have to go ahead and refresh our data because if you look at this our pivot field, we can't find the new column that we created. By the way, we did not even name our new column. Let's go ahead and name it months. So if we look at this at pivot field, you can't see it there. So we just have to refresh all. Once you refresh now, it should appear. So do you guys see the month column has been added? Please, are you following on your various system? So for us to see the months that had the highest sales, now we are putting months in the this thing and removing product category. And then we'll now sort. So that practically we can see that May was our year. You guys can see this. You can see that May was our year. In May, sorry, was our month. In May, we really sold a lot. We sold 53,150. And then our lowest month was September, which we sold less. So now you can use this now to plan your marketing. You can use this now to plan your ads that you're running. Since you know that other months are slow, you can now ask yourself, why is September slow? What exactly did we do in September that made us to end this slow in September? What did we do in May that made us end this small? So whatever thing that was done in May, it shows that it's working. So you can now replicate it for the other months. So practically, data shows you insight, and insight now you can use it to drive decision. This is why I love data so much, because you can once you're working with data, you can never ever go wrong. Quickly, let's do the next question. Remember that the reason why I'm adding all these things so that you know a separation, because on a normal day, if you if you're just creating all your pivot tables like this, everything will be so jumbled together. You will not know which pivot table is answering which questions. So I always like to demarcate it this way so that I know that this is the question that this pivot table is answering, this is the question that this pivot table is answering, and vice versa. So everything is more organized and accurate. Let's quickly move over to the last question. I think that should be the last question. Okay, it's the second to the last. What is the highest selling product? So I think this question and the second one's practically the same thing. Which product category brings in the most revenue? What's the highest selling product? For you to get the highest selling product, it means that it's practically the same thing with number 2. So the next question we'll take is the last one, number 7. How many products do we have, and which has the highest total amount? It's still practically the same question again. So we are going to take the last question. How many products Power BI is it's almost similar to Excel. Everything that Excel can do, Power BI does it and more. But Power BI is mostly very important for dashboard visualization and even data cleaning. Practically everything that Excel does, but Power BI does it faster and easier. What product do we have and which has the highest total amount? Okay. So maybe I'll just use my own hand and create questions now that we can answer. So we are going to check what is the highest age group that we have for each of our products so that we can know the age range that is buying from us. Are they mostly Gen Zs? Are they millennials? Are they boomers? Are they baby boomers? So we need to know the age group. So we are using our own hand now to create a new question. What is the age group? What's the age distribution of our customers? So you guys, to answer these questions, this question now, what can we use to answer this question? You guys, what are the necessary columns that can give us an answer to this question? Please, let's hurry up. Hey, Efosa, you said you're not understanding it. Okay, please tell me what's the issue. Quickly. What's the issue that you're having? Please tell me. What's the issue? Let me quickly answer your question because I know pivot table can be a lot. Before I understood it, it took me months. Or I already have a playlist that you guys can rewatch afterwards. But just quickly ask me the question: what exactly are you lost in? Let me quickly touch on it now. In the meantime, you guys should tell me what is the necessary column to find the age distribution. Udowa, please, I don't understand your question. You said we want to find out which product is more popular with each gender. Please clarify. I don't understand. Please clarify. Then in the meantime, for us to get the age distribution of our customers, we are going to have to work with our age. No, we don't want age yet. We don't want it to summarize it. So we need to see. So we're going to limit this now to the top 10 as well. So let's the top 5. So now we can see the age range that usually buys from us. And we're going to sort this from largest to smallest. So now based on the data set, we can see that our highest age range is 43. So this shows you something now, that if you're going to be marketing, you should be marketing more to 43, to the age range that is 43, 34, 51. You can see that they're practically in an age range. That means from 40 and above love the product more. And now we also want to see maybe which product does the 40 and above love. So we can now add the product category. We can go ahead and add the product category. We'll use it up here. So now we can see that the 43 and above like electronics more, and clothing and beauty more. So that's what this age range prefers more. And then the 34 to 34, 51, they also like the same thing as well. So this practically tells you something now. If you're marketing now, it shows you where you should push your marketing effort to, the age distribution that you're supposed to be showing your product and marketing to. Practically, what pivot table is doing is just dragging and dropping FOSA. You just drag it from whatever role it is. If it's transaction ID, you drag it and drop. Anywhere you drag it determines what will show. If you drop it in a filter part, you can't drop it here because of there's no space. But basically, if you drop it in the columns part, it's going to show the headers is going to come this way. If I drop the same product category now in, for instance, the row is going to change to this way. So basically, you should ask yourself, how do I want this pivot table I'm doing? How do I want it to be visualized? If I want it to also come to the product category, you see that it has also changed. It has counted the product category for me, and I don't need that. It's giving me a wrong data. So it's best for me to visualize it this way. I want to see it this way, so I can quickly see that these are all the products I have. These are the necessary products now that each of this age range is buying. So you know how best to visualize it, that it can now help you make key decisions. Yes, you really can learn it in a day. Good. Yes, it's like doing survey for your product, Amy of Web. And you can't learn pivot table in a day. It took me months to learn this pivot table. I did not learn pivot table in a day. It's not even possible. It's not possible. I know it's going to be confusing for you guys. That's why I did not want this class to be very fast as I would have liked it to be. And I'm taking my time a bit. Good. So that's another question too that we'll answer now. Number 5. So the next question now, Udowa has given us the next question. We want to see what product the females are buying and what product the males are buying. That's a good question. So the number 6 question now that we'll work with. What product does females and male buy? For you to get the month, we had to do a function. We had to do a formula rather to extract out the month. Now look at, I'm going to go back now to show you guys the formula. Can you see my formula bar here? If you can see my formula bar here, it shows equals to text. Then you click on the row apostrophe MMM. So if I want it to be in full, I can just make the M4. So it has become full, showing me quickly now November, February, and the likes. Now the screen is still unclear. Let me double tap here now. Can you see the formula now? You can see it equals to text B7 MMM. If you want it to just be full, you put 4M. If you want it to be short months, that's NOV, that's NOV or FEB, you put 3M. If you want it to tell you, write it out in full, you put 4Ms. I've zoomed in a lot, so you guys are still saying you're struggling. I think I've even zoomed into highest capacity. So I think this is as high as it can go, but you guys can basically see it. So use this formula now to extract out your own month column so that we can quickly go back to our data set. Equals to text, then you click on the column or the row rather that you wanted to extract, then type apostrophe, then and then do another apostrophe. Then you close the bracket. So moving on, Udoba gave us this question. So he wants to see what product does females and male buy. So for us to see this now, we need to use the gender column. I will remove the age. So for us to see this now, we will have to remove the this thing. Okay, so we put the total amount as well. So now we can now see that these are the products now that the genders are buying. So he wanted to see which products does the gender buy. We can see that the females buy beauty, clothing, electronics, basically everything. But now we want to also sort it in an ascending and descending order. So we'll sort from largest to smallest. So as usual, the females buy most, but this is what they buy. For the beauty, most of the females buy beauty products, most of them buy clothing, most of them buy electronics. But for the females, clothing is the highest thing that they buy. So if you want to do marketing, you can also focus on it more. If you want to optimize it, you focus on clothing for the females because it's selling very well. Why for the males, electronics is what they prefer. So with this now, you have clear insight that you can use to make decisions. I think with this question, we are good to go to start our visualization in Excel. The last question I would like to add now is trend over time. What's the trend that we have over time? So for us to see the trend over time, we are going to put in our date column. Oh, another beautiful thing I forgot to tell you. I forgot that pivot table even had this option. So if your date is formatted properly, your pivot table has the option you can quickly select if you wanted to show just months, if you wanted to show just dates, if you wanted to show quarters, right? Q1, Q2, Q3. If you wanted to show just years and everything, like that, if you wanted to show the total dates too. So that's the beautiful thing now about formatting your dates properly. I forgot that pivot table had this option. There was no even need for us to even start extracting out the month from there. So you guys can see it is already showing me all the months, right? And what product sold out for each month. So with this now, don't worry, you don't even need to do that. Just put the for Sarah, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. But please just open your data set, your pivot table field. If you drag the dates down, you'll see the option of putting up a row or a column. So let's quickly do this now. So with this now, we are going ahead to now visualize our data. So basically with this we can see what we made in Q in 2023. They made 454,470, and in 2024 they just made 1,530. That's very, very poor for 2024. What happened? Okay, so this is showing here that 2024 is just only January product that was recorded, so it makes sense. And yeah, I don't think this rule is even necessary, so it should be away. Yeah, I think his network. Oh. Asha, please attend to the person in the group that is having issue. All right. So with this now, I think we are good to go. We are good to go. Let's start imputing our chart. So for that, we are going to create a new sheet, and in the new sheet now, you just to add the plus sign. We are going to rename this a table, pivot table. So I want us to create one KPI card. The KPI card we are going to use is to show the total amount of all our products so far. So we are going to create another pivot table now that will quickly just show us all our total amounts. Because for your KPI card, I'll show you guys what a KPI card is, but we basically do it. Creating dashboard in Excel is much more difficult because you need to build everything step by step by step. You you can't really do much visualizations like that. You can do visualization in Excel, but you need to build it yourself. That's the stressful thing about Excel that I don't like. But at least it allows much more customization. But Power BI really does it all, and Google Sheets is actually a little bit more better in that aspect. So for this, I want to just remove out all this date column. I just want total amount only. Good. So now we have our total amount. Now for this now, anytime you want to create a dashboard, now we are moving into dashboard design. The first thing that you want to do once you want to create your dashboard is to make your dashboard creation space to be smooth. You don't want any rows or columns to be showing. So how to do that? You go to view pane. Once you go to the view pane, you will see where they wrote formula bar or grid line is over here. So we're going to turn off, don't we're not turning off the formula bar, but we'll turn off the grid line because that formula bar will later come in handy. And we'll turn off the headings. Shall we leave it? But it's best you turn it off. But I just want you to guide my work for the meantime. Now we have a clean space that we are going to use to start our formulas. Now that's where all this insert and all these things comes into play now. Oh my god, it's almost 9 self. Okay, so quickly we'll create a KPI card. To create it, you're going to add a text box, right? I've already created a text box now. So that's the first thing. In case of I don't finish this session, there's a YouTube video that I've already created for you guys to watch it. So this text box now that has been added, the next thing you want to do now is to add a shape. From here you can get different shapes. That's the thing about creating dashboard in Excel. It's a lot of work and everything. So this our text box now. We are going to move it now into this our shape, because now we want to use it now to type in our first KPI card. And we are going to move it now to front, bring forward, bring to front. So we have brought it to the front, and we'll type equals to here and move over to our pivot table, and then press enter. Sorry, not here. I'm supposed to type it in the formula bar. First two. Good. So do you guys see we have made our first KPI card? 456,000. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? I already know that this visualization class is going to be a lot, but it's going to be super easy for you once you look at it and maybe watch all the rewatchable videos and everything, but you understand it better, right? So now we are going to edit it, make it bigger, make it bolder. Now, the beautiful thing is that you can customize it as well. So you go to the format shape. Once you go to the format shape, you can turn on fill. You can see a lot of customization, but I don't want any fill to be on it. Right? You can do a lot of customization to it, but time will not really permit it. So please, you guys should just watch the videos. But there are lots of customizations that you can do on your dashboard. So for this one to maybe I can change the color now. Instead of this blue, maybe I'll make it a very light pink. Then this one, I don't want the outline, so I can also say this line, no line, so that it to be smoother. So can you guys now see this? Then maybe make it to be center aligned. Good. So we have made our first KPI card. Can you guys see? It's very simple, very, very easy, very demure. So we are also going to now group everything together. Press con. So when you do that, this shape formatting eye comes up that we can now go here and you see group. We have grouped it together. Now we can now move everything aligned as we want. So the basic thing I would have done is to maybe duplicate this thing. If you have more KPI each things that you want to do, duplicate it. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys that we need to do as well is to color our pen. Maybe make it a very light color. So now it's now colored. So this is how dashboard is being made. You adjust appropriately. You leave space for title too. If you want to add title, because your dashboard should always have title, right? You leave space for titles as well. Now we are going to go back now and also create charts based on all of this this thing that we have created. Now we are going to make charts out of it. So we'll click out this first one now and go to pivot table analyze, right? So do you guys see where they have pivot chart or recommended pivot chart? So let's look at the recommended pivot chart. So let's look at the pivot chart. So it's suggesting that we use clustered column charts now to do this. But you have other options to choose the kind of this thing that you want, right? The kind of distribution that you want. But for this one, I think pie chart is better so that we can quickly see the distribution between female versus male. So we are going to make a pie chart here. Now you now copy it or you control X it and then you paste it in your data set, control V it. Now we have pasted it here. Now we have pasted it here. Can you guys see this? We have made our first dashboard. We are making our first dashboard together. Now you also have the option too of changing out the way things look. If you don't want it to look a certain way, the color, if you don't want there to be color, you can remove the color. You can tell it to be no fill, right? It should not have any color. The width, you can increase it, whatever thing you want it to be. Basically, there are a lot of optimizing and color optimizations that you can do for it, as well as the legends as well. There's also a whole lot of dashboard visualization. But as I said earlier, the videos, the YouTube playlist I carefully curated for you guys will show you guys how to do all this very well, because I know that time will not permit me to show you guys how to do it well. If you guys have any questions, you guys should let me know in the group, or maybe when we are done with this session. So let's quickly make the second chart. For this second chart now, we are going to create another chart. Now this one is showing us product that generates the highest revenue. So this is okay to use a clustered column chart for this one. So we are going to click OK. And then you copy it or you cut it out and you paste it in the sheet. We're using to create our dashboard design. So can you guys see this? We have created another chart. there's so much color going on here right now, but we'll need to optimize it better. I think this are chart color. Maybe I'm going to make it white instead of ash. Good. I think this white is better. So the beautiful thing about this is that you can also align properly. So let's just put in all our charts. Then I will now show you guys how to align it properly. Then for this one as well, so anytime you want to create your pivot table, you need to highlight the whole pivot table. Once you highlight the whole pivot table, you go to the pivot chart and then you're putting in the chart. It's showing us a recommended column, but I don't think I like that one that is showing us. So let's see Eba. This is too much, too much, too much. Let's see API is too much as well. Because the columns are much, that's why it's showing us all of this. Okay, so the best this thing I would have used to visualize this is clustered column chart, but we can see that this question now has an issue with it that needs further survey, because why is it that all the top customers are spending the same amount of money? It raises question. It raises question. So I think we're just going to skip that chart and then move on to the next chart. But the next chart now, this one will be using a line chart because it has to do with trends over time, right? For trends over time, you use a line chart. Never forget that. For anything that has to do with dates, time, and everything, line chart works there, baby. So quickly, we have created that. And then we control exit. We are moving it here. So we can resize accordingly. So the beautiful thing about this is that you can also create templates. So if we had created templates, over time will not permit me to show you guys how to create templates. We can just copy and paste whatever thing we have done on the first chart. So it's just following the same structure that we did on the first chart, and it's repeating that on its own alignment. Now, another thing you guys need to know in dashboard designing is white space. Always leave a white space in between everything you're doing. Leave a white space. There are also other things, so I would have loved to show you guys, but time will also not permit me to, and that's where the tier 2 is coming in from. So before the end of this class, we'll talk about the tier 2, but let's just go ahead and just create all the charts. You guys should at least know how to create a basic dashboard that will look good. Then the video is going to show you how to do it better. Someone just asked where is the 3D chart that we should avoid. Now I'm also going to show you guys how to do that. If you go to this format, once you click on the format, if you click on the formatting, you have an option to choose different types of charts that you want, different types of charts that you want. So do you guys see this is the 3D? See 3D charts here. These are 3D charts. All this chart that has all these things that is going on it. Well, I'm looking for the full 3D chart. Even all this type of charts, all these charts that is like this, all these charts that are confusing, this is okay. But charts that are not supposed to, that is going to distort the information that you're trying to sell, information that you're trying to give people. Basically, that is what a 3D chart is. So this chart is also not good too because it's also distracting as well. All right. I don't know, for some reason they are not showing us a very good 3D chart. So okay, let's keep moving on. Let me just try and squeeze in as much as I can with the time that I have on my hands. Okay, so we also highlight the table as well. Go to pivot chart, analyze. You see pivot chart. We have created a new chart. So this is showing us age distribution of our customers, and this is a chart that it has recommended for us, and it's showing us the product category. So this is beautiful. This clustered column chart is very, very beautiful. It can display our data very, very well for whoever we are showing it to. What happened? Good. This is another of our data set that it has showed us. So you can resize this your column as much as you want. You can drag it enough. You can do a whole lot of things to it as it pleases you, right? So you guys should just watch the YouTube playlist that I'll be giving you all. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, whenever you want to start your analysis, you always need to zoom out some more so that it will show you how best to structure your data. So I think Samusti is here now. Let me go and check. Yes, Samusti is here. So very soon I will be calling on him because this class was supposed to end by 9. Sorry, my session was supposed to end by 8:30, but somehow I find myself still talking about this dashboard design. I really thought I was going to be able to complete everything I needed to talk on from now till 8:30, but you guys can see it's not really possible. So I would like to invite Samusti here to talk to you guys next. So please, you guys should hype him up. He's about to come in and talk to you guys. Hype him up, please. Hype him up, hype him up, hype him up. You guys. I tried my best to squeeze in as much value as I can tonight. I really tried my best. You guys should hype him up, please, please, please. He's about to come and talk to you all. When he's done, if time still permits, I can now briefly cover up the remaining things I have to talk about on the dashboard design. But the YouTube playlist should guide you. It should guide you. Data analysis is basically about using this data now to drive key decision. That is what data is. Data and analyzing the data, bringing out key information from the data. So that is basically what data analysis is all about. Yes. So this is what data analysis is all about. But now they have levels to extracting out information from data. That is where the experience comes in. Please hype Samusti up. He's about to come and talk to you guys. Samusti, we welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. You guys should please keep hyping him up. Keep hyping him up. Oh my God. Oyikasola. Kansola said she learned a lot. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you guys learned with the little time that we have to touch on dashboard design. But if you guys have any question, let us know because you'll be doing an assignment on dashboard visualization. So I feel that the video should guide you to create your first dashboard that you can proudly show off on your social media platform. Because creating dashboard is not easy. I remember my first dashboard I created. I felt on top of the world. So please, you guys should welcome Samusti. Please welcome him. Welcome him. Yes, Copilot really helps, but Copilot is not available to everyone. It's only available for paid users. So that's where ChatGPT comes in. But with Copilot, my God, you can do and undo. Yes, Udoa, you're very correct. Okay, Samusti is here with us. Hi, Samusti. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Annie. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. They can hear you. We are super excited to have you here with us. I've talked about you enough. Everybody's like, they want to see this my mentor. So we are
Thank you
super
so much.
excited to
All
have
right,
you
thank
on
you
board.
so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Annie. I mean, it's good to be here, and well done. I mean, it's really not been easy. Well done for the training. It's really an impactful one. I mean, I have been here since 8 p.m. and I saw how you were really dishing out value. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my student. This is someone who I'm proud to call my prodigy. Like, it's really amazing seeing you doing great things. Keep it up, keep it up,
Thank you
and
so
I hope
much.
the
Thank
sky is just going to be a
you.
starting point.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Right, will you be sharing your screen?
Oh yeah, I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, I'll share my screen in a bit. Okay, let's give me some few seconds to do that up. All right. All right, the slide is coming up. The slide is coming up. Okay. All right. Nevertheless, the slide is still uploading. So while I'm waiting for it to upload, I think we kickstart everything. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Hello,
Yes, we
please.
can see the screen.
Okay.
Samusi, we
Awesome.
can see your screen.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Apologies. The network is a little bit shaky and rowdy. I want to believe that everybody have been experiencing this for quite some time now. So please pardon me if it's cracking a little bit. I'm just trying my best to see how I can meet up. So please pardon me for that. All right. So today we'll be taking a look at AI, as in how exactly should we use AI to amplify our work. Are you with me? Um, you know, there's this idiocity. I call it an idiocity because it's hypocritical. A lot of people in the workspace are using AI. I mean, with the prevalent history of AI, people are now using AI to enhance their work, both in their workplace and just whatever they want to do personally. Now, but the trickiest part of it is that you still find some people that when you say you use AI for certain things, either for your work, they tend to see you as someone who is a dullard or someone who is like who is not smart enough to actually do your work for you. But the hypocritical thing here is that even they themselves are using AI, but they will come and they'll come and bash you for using AI to actually do your work. So while that is being said, what I intend to do here is to quickly give you to quickly expose you to what AI is, which I believe majority of you are, but it's more than that. It's more than what you know. And secondly, to also share some tips of how you can use it to boost your productivity, be it at workplace or at school, and most importantly, how you can use your AI to learn and to assist you in in your skill development and even whatever work you are doing. Recently, you have been engaging the data reality have been engaging you in series of training courting towards the skill, and she has taught you so many things. I mean, like I said, I was here by 8 p.m. and I saw saw how she was teaching about power and pivot table. From pivot table, we delve into data visualization and all. And I could actually see that when she was talked, I mean, we are human beings. She had to go to ChatGPT for help, and exactly that is something that we all should know how to do, because it takes a smart person for you to know how to use AI. A lot of people that are condemning using AI don't even know how to use AI. When they know how to use AI, they themselves will understand that using AI it's a it's a huge work. In fact, you need to be smart, you need to be intelligent, you really, in fact, sometimes I don't even know which one is easier. Is it you not using the AI, or you using the AI? Because you using the AI, you need certain knowledge for you to know how to use the AI, regardless of whatever type of AI is, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Cloud, whether it's Perplexity or Gemini or Grok. Anyone trust me, you need a high level of knowledge for you to use that AI. Okay, so the first question is, what exactly is this AI? So the first question is, what is AI? So AI is basically, in a very simple term, is artificial intelligence, right? And artificial intelligence, in the sense that it's a computer that can think, learn, and respond like a human being.
Okay, while we wait for him, he's having network issues. He already informed us from the start that his network has been glitching. So let's wait for him, please. No, Esther Daniel. Apparently, it's not only you; it's a general problem. A lot of people are experiencing bad network of late. So No, Power BI is not. It's similar to Excel, but Power BI has much more visualization processes. You saw how when I was trying to create cards and charts and everything in Excel, with Power BI is pretty much easier and faster and more integrated. In Power BI, I can basically do my data cleaning. I can do data modeling. After I'm done with it, I can quickly now start visualizing my chart and dropping and everything. I can also, but Excel, you can do that in Excel, but we call it Power Query, and that's like an advanced version. You see all this streaming, all these functions, all these things we were doing with Power Query, you can do it faster and much more better. And then with Power Pivot too. So Power Pivot is much more interesting because you can now do data modeling. So all these things I'm saying now is like advanced analysis that is that you guys have not yet gotten to, or some people might have gotten to it. I don't know. While we wait for Samuel, stay, please. I don't know. This network thing is so bad. Power BI is used for visualization. You can use it for data cleaning. You can use it for the same thing you use Excel for. You can use Power BI for it as well. So it can clean your data. It can visualize your data. You can use it for modeling. Right. Who else has more questions? Let's be taking questions while we wait for Samuel, stay. Yeah, apparently I'm noticing that the network issue is a general issue. I think maybe we'll continue our Excel visualization while we wait for Samusti so that we don't just stay here and be waiting while we wait to resolve this network issue. What do you guys think? All right, so let's quickly go back to the Excel while we wait for Samusti. Okay. So can you guys see my screen now? So we were creating our chart, our first charts. And I told you guys to zoom out so that you can have enough space to do your visualization. Right? So another thing that we are going to do now is to quickly insert a title. We'll call it Retail Sales Dashboard. And then we are going to align it better and everything. Change maybe the font, change the fonts that we are using. Basically, do the basic formatting that you feel should be done on your data set. When you're doing dashboard design, you should always be very mindful of the color that you're using. There's a whole lot to doing dashboard design, and it takes months to even learn, right? So for this our dashboard now, um I want to maybe remove the outline, no outline, remove the shape fill, no fill. So this will now be our title, retail sales dashboard. We can now adjust this appropriately. And then you can also add icons as well, right? If you go to the insert, you see where they wrote icons, you can click on it as long as you're connected to the internet. So we are doing sales or money. Something that has to do with money. So let's use this icon. So the icon has come. So we can put it here now. This is how you just design your dashboard. So now we have a title, retail sales dashboard. I think this looks good. Let's move this our title this way. Yeah, I think this looks okay. So we can move this to the middle. Let me check if Senosty is back. It's not back. All right. So we have a title now, and this is how you add icons to everything you're doing. For this our KPI card, we are going to call it total amount. I forgot to do that. The reason why I really don't like creating dashboard in Excel, especially as I've already known how to use Power BI, is because it's so much stress. You practically have to build everything brick by brick. So we have to call this one total amount. But it's very necessary for you to know how to do it, because if you know how to use it here in Excel, when you're using it in Power BI, it's going to be super easy for you because now you know what to do. What's the issue now? Okay, so for this, we are going to also turn off the background. So basically, you have a lot of options. You can play around with everything. So the best thing now for all of you that have a system, when you create your chart, you should be able to play around with it. You should be able to know what exactly to do. Hello? Mm. All right, my deepest apologies, guys. Samusi is really having very terrible network issues, and it was just him I was talking to. So he says he will keep trying. That if it's not possible, then he might have to have a private session with you guys. So I don't know, but let's see how this goes. But in the meantime, I'll keep teaching the visualization because now it seems that we have enough time to complete out the visualization and then do our concluding. If he's able to join in, then that would be great. If not, then we'll now talk about maybe having another session within this week for him to just talk to you guys. All right, let me continue what I was saying. Okay, so for this total amount now, the basic things I need you guys to know when you're designing your dashboard is less color. Make sure that your dashboard does not have too much color. And where exactly should have color, it should be showing the most important information. So this is my purple self that is even going on here. It's not even supposed to be there. So I'm going to quickly even remove it. I was rushing before, but I think maybe now I can calm down and teach the dashboard visualization a bit, right? So you guys can understand better for your assignments. Okay, so for this total amount now, we'll quickly remove the outline, remove the text field. We don't want any field. I'm sorry. Remove the text outline. We don't want any outline. No outline. We'll also remove the, just press Control 1. Okay, now the shortcut key to bring out this pane for editing is Control 1, right? So we don't want any fill, so we'll say no fill. So do you guys see this? It has already blended in now. Now we don't want any outline, so I don't need any outline, so we'll put no line. So it has practically removed it. These are other this thing too. I don't want any line, no line. So it should just be by itself. So this is much more cleaner, much more elegant. So we also do the same thing here, no line here. And then for this one to no line here. So it's much more cleaner this way. Can you guys see this? We are doing something here. We are building up our dashboard. I said I will only have one KPI card, but I was just doing this for fancy, just to play around. So I'm just going to show you guys the basic thing. Now we have created the first KPI dashboard. That is total amount. We have done our total amount and we'll adjust it properly now. Maybe I want it to stay here. For this box, maybe it should come maybe closer like this a bit. I think this is too much. Now this looks good. So now you now group. When you get the perfect setting that you want, remember to always group. Once you highlight everything, you press the control key and you click on whatever thing you want to highlight, and then you go to this place that shows group and you click group. Now everything is grouped together. We can move it about because in Excel you have to build everything, as I said, brick by brick. It's not automated like Power BI. So for this our other chart, now we can now have some time to structure it better. Maybe we'll bring this one this side. Whenever you're designing dashboard, necessary rules, always leave white space in between. Leave a white space in between to make your dashboard look cleaner. Then we're going to move this here maybe. I don't think we were done. So basically what I'm just doing now is aligning my dashboard to be on the straight line, to be aligned properly, because if you're designing your dashboard, just always think about, as I told you before, the end user. How do you want your end user to see this dashboard? How do you want them to make decisions with this dashboard that you have created? That is always what should be on your mind anytime you're creating any chart at all that you're creating, and let everything be aligned appropriately. Let everything be aligned appropriately and leave some white space in between. You guys can see I did not start at the edge. I started before the beginning. So now another thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to optimize each of your charts. Yeah, I just grouped them before moving them. Another thing I'm going to show you guys now is how to optimize your chart. So now first things first that we'll start with now is our column chart. These grid lines that's in between inside this my column chart, you guys can see these grid lines here. I don't like these grid lines. I like my chart being very simple, very pink, very demure. So I don't like it, and I'm going to quickly show you guys how to remove them. This format chart area have different panes. This first pane that has to do with bucket has to do with the design, how it looks. If you want to add fill, if you don't want to add fill, if you want to add border, if you don't want to add border, the dash type, the arrow type, that's basically what this bucket part shows. The next arrow now is now for preset. How do you want the chart to look? You guys are talking about 3D design. Now this is where the 3D design comes in. Now if you want it to have this 3D design feel, if you want it to be more designed and everything, you can see where they wrote 3D format even. So basically we can add all these things now to our data set, sorry, to our chart. If you want the width to be why is it only showing for sum of total? So we can also do that as well. Now we can also work with the size as well as and the properties, right? We can also work with the size and the properties as well as the text option. Maybe all these text on our data set now, if you want to align them, if you want to remove them, if you want to work with them properly. But now what I even want to do now is, the main thing I want to do now is to adjust the grid lines to remove them. So we are going to work on that now. Don't want any line. So no fill. So let's see how it is. Okay, this looks good. So the next thing we are going to do now is to remove the dash. All those slides, maybe you don't want them to show. So now we have done that. So you guys can see I've removed it, but I don't know. There's a place to turn it off. You can also change the bar color too if you don't want how the bar color is looking. We are on a theme here, so we are going to make it maybe light purple. No, this is too bright. Need something dark. Too bright too. Too bright. So something else that I'm also supposed to show you guys is this more colors. If you click on more colors, you can now change the font or this thing. Let's say now you have a hex code in mind that you're supposed to use, and you can see the color shade, how it's showing. There's a whole lot to dashboard designing. There's really a whole lot to it, and it takes practice for you to become better. Oh, this color is worse. At dashboard designing, right? Okay, I think this color is better now. Now another thing we are going to do now is the text axis, to increase maybe the font, how it's looking. If you want it to be wider so that we can read what is there. You can also change the color as well, how the color was written. This is too big. So you can also change the color, how it was written. So we are going to change the color as well now. So let's change it to something like maybe black. So with anytime you're doing dashboard design, you need to keep in a theme. There are some sites that I'm supposed to show you guys to how to. What's the name of that site now? Is it Color Hunt? But basically, the videos I showed you guys, as I told you guys before, is going to guide you all on how to go about this. On how to go about this. I really did not plan to talk for this long. Oh God. Please, are you guys following? Am I too fast? Are you guys following? I'm just trying to do this dashboard design now as quickly as I am. Are you guys following? Please, please, please. We are creating our first dashboard together. You guys. Are we on this together? Thank you so much, Efosa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So the same thing we did here now. I think the beautiful thing about this now, let me see if it also works here. It does work. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so if this was Power BI, if I'd pressed Format Painter, it would have done that. But okay, now we are going to now optimize the same thing as well. These are pie chart. If you want to quickly change the color as well, you click on the box. And it's too bright. Trying to tone down the color. So I think this looks good. Then for the legend, I'm going to increase it. And then we can choose where we want the legend to be. If we want it at the top, maybe. And this, I don't want it to show, so what's going on? Here's my Excel behaving, misbehaving. Good. So now we want to move this legend now to the top. Maybe make it to be the title. Discount. We want to hide it. Good. So now we have optimized this one now as well. Good. Do you guys see we have hit all of them? So now this is now aligned properly now. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? We are all designing our first dashboard together. Now let's do the same thing now for this one. We don't want any fill. We don't want any line. I told you guys I like the mirror. Now for our dash type, we also don't want any distinct. We are going to hide all the field buttons. This align. Don't want this line there. So we're going to press format plot area. Yes, you are all graduating today. Oh, I even forgot to tell you guys. Yes, you are graduating today, but we might have another event for the graduation because of Samusti now and how he's having his network issues. 'Cause let me see if he's back here, and I'm seeing that he's not yet back here. So we might have to redo this again. Okay. So basically, I'm just formatting the same thing to formatting this bar. All right, you guys should not get tired, though. We are almost done. We are almost done. And you can increase the width of the line. This our line now. If you want to adjust it, we are on a theme here, so we are going to use the same pink that we have been using. Yes, for you to get better with dashboard design, you have to practice. It's a must. You have to just practice. Good. So now we can now see now this has aligned very well too. Another thing now I want to show you guys how to do quickly before the video now is how to add slicers. But let's quickly optimize this one as well. We don't want any fill, we don't want any line. But let's work on the columns. Or the orange one, we'll change it to soft purple. All the green ones. We'll change this one to maybe another shade of orange. Yeah, this looks horrible. So basically you just have to play around with color, because what you want in the end is a dashboard that's depicting grit and not carrying sensitive information away, and it's also soft on the eyes. So I think this looks good. So we are also going to increase the font as well. Basically, as I said before, it's practice. You have to keep practicing. You just have to. You just have to. And the videos that I showed you, I have added to the playlist, as I've said before, is going to help you guys very, very well with basic dashboard design. It's going to help us all with basic dashboard design. We want this at the bottom maybe. So this looks good. This is too tiny. Maybe we'll increase it up a bit. Too big. Too big too. Good. Now I want to tell you guys another trick that I also do too. Sometimes when I'm designing dashboard and I don't even know how best to do it or how best to go about it, I will take a screenshot of my dashboard and then go and show it to ChatGPT too. Because as Samusti was telling you, you need to know how to use AI best to communicate all the things that you're doing, every single thing that you're doing. These are the little tricks that separate. These are the little tricks that separate the newbies from the people that are much more experienced, right? These are the little tricks that we also do. Now we are going to go back to ChatGPT and tell it, see, this our dashboard though, that we are building. Are we on the right track? Like, because you need to make sure that you're following the rules of visualization, right? So you ask it, look at this dashboard. Are we following the rules of visualization? What can we optimize better? Is it following the rules of visualization? Because what you always want is that at the end of the day, you're following the correct rules of visualization. And what can be done better? So basically now it will now recommend things now to you on how best to go about it. So can you see that it's recommending things to me? Let's read it together. You can see it's telling me I'll be very honest and practical, like a dashboard review in a real business setting. Yes, this dashboard follows key rules of visualization. The number one rule of visualization: always maintain a color, a consistent color theme, and make sure it's soft on the eye. Let there be white spacing. There's a clear KPI at the top. There's a clear consistent theme, a correct chart that is being used, white space is respected. All these little things I told you guys are the rules for dashboard design. It's what the ChatGPT is also recognizing. Now, what can be done better? It lacks a clear visual hierarchy. Right now, everything looks equally important. So I told you guys about hierarchy. We need to place color on what is most important. Pie chart is the weakest chart there and how to compare accurately. Replace it with horizontal bar chart or donut chart with percentage labels. So it also recommends better things for you to do on how best to make your dashboard to look efficient, great. This is what we usually use to assist us in making top tier dashboard that in the end when you're posting it on LinkedIn or anywhere, people will be like, wow, you did this. This looks really great. This looks really good. How did you do this? I worked with my assistant, my all-knowing assistant, ChatGPT. So these are the little things that we are going to do. So I think I'll have to stop the visualization class here because I've seen it's 9:36, so that we can use the remaining minutes to quickly wrap up here on the on the conclusion for today and for our finale, because this is the final day of our class. Please let me see you guys' energy. If you learned something today, let me see your energy. Let me know what you've learned. Have you learned something so far? I know that it has been overwhelming for some people, but for those that have learned something new, what have you learned? Let me see your energy. Let us all at least tell ourselves, well done, well done, well done, well done. No, Samusti is not available now. Oh, he's really not available now. Right, he's not available now. So, what have you learned so far, please? What have you learned? Have you learned anything so far? Have you guys learned anything so far? Have you guys learned anything so far? You guys are not saying anything. Oh, what have you learned so far, please? Have you guys learned anything? Because this is our finale. With this now that I've taught you, you can say at least you have an idea on how to do dashboard design, and it's not easy. You have an idea on how to do pivot table. It is not easy. You are 90% ahead of every other person everywhere else. You have learned a new skill, top tier now. So when people are using function or formulas to scatter themselves, you will just come with pivot table and scatter everywhere. It's not easy. So we have tried our best to answer all these questions. Oh my god, I forgot to show you guys slicers, but at least the video, I feel the video that I already have in the playlist should be a lot. Samusi is not available now. He's still having network issues. Oh wow, you'll be hearing about pivot table, and you can see it's very easy, very 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 easy, amazing, amazing. So you guys have learned how to use pivot table. You've learned how to create meaningful charts. You've learned how to build beginner dashboard. You've learned about the visualization rules, how to turn raw data into insights quickly. You are now officially unstoppable. Like there's nothing. The templates now to start showing you guys now, because of time I can't be able to do that, but I already told you guys that the YouTube playlist that I've given you, I carefully curated it. It is going to guide you guys as well as this video. You can come back and watch it, rewatch it, but the things that I did not touch on, the YouTube playlist should cover you. So still look at it, look out for it, watch it, keep watching it as much as you can so that it can guide you with your final assignment. Creating dashboard is easy, pivot table is easy, it's super easy. Don't allow anybody to tell you any different. Yes, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. They can't even say that enough. They can't say that enough. Okay. So Samusti, I think how to use AI for data analysis, faster workflows, transforming your job with AI, and practical tools you can use. Okay, so I think Samusti is back. Samusti. Hi, Samusti. We can't hear you. You're muted. Hi, Samusti. Oh my god, I think he's still having the network issues though, because I don't know, for some reason he can't hear us. I really don't understand the network issues today. But in the meantime, let me congratulate you all. Like, you did it. You have done it. You learned Excel under 4 days. A feat that people don't even do. A feat that people struggle all their life with. You learned it under 4 days. It's not easy. You not only learned how to use Excel, but you learned how to use Google Sheets as well. You've learned how to use AI to do your work. You've learned how to upskill yourself with AI, how to use AI as your assistant. It's not easy. It really isn't easy. It's not easy. Well done. Well done, you guys. Well done. Well done. Tell yourself, I did this. I did this. I learned Excel under 4 days. Is it easy? Do it if it's easy. It's not easy. Congratulate yourself. You guys are supposed to be celebrating yourself. Celebrate yourself. Yes. It's not easy. I've upskilled myself. I've learned a skill that other people are struggling years to learn. Days. Some of your bosses self don't even know how to use Excel. Some people don't know how to use Excel. When we started this program, I told you guys that if you're hearing about people that can use Excel, you'll be thinking that, oh my god, this person must be so smart. This person must be a tech guru. But you can see it's very easy. It's super, super, super easy. It just takes consistent practice. Consistent practice. Right? So today you guys have learned how to use pivot tables. You have learned how to answer questions. You've learned the dashboard workflow, how to use AI to support your work and learning, everything. But Samusi, if this network issue continue, you guys will just have to give me a day that will bring out again within this week for him to just take you guys on AI for work, learning, and everything in between. Now, don't you guys feel 90% ahead of others? Don't you guys feel this? Because when we started this program, I promised you guys that you must enter 2026 smarter. Did I over deliver or not? Did I over deliver or not? Oh, did I over deliver or not? Right? I promised you guys that you guys must feel ahead. You must start this year 90% ahead of others. You must start next year 90% ahead of others. Did we do our work? Did my team do their work? Did we show up very well? Did we show up very well? Thank you guys so much. Thank you. The video playlist, the video playlist will show you guys how to do the template. I might not be able to talk on it. The story have say no, I didn't show up. Oh yeah, what did I do? Come and tell me. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much. So now we have a final assignment review. Your final assignment now is both for phone users and laptop users. This final assignment now is the final criteria for you to get your certificate of participation for all those that have done the assignment so far at least and then done taking the attendance. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. So the assignment now, Asha, please share it with them in their various groups. The final assignments now, everything about it, the instructions is in the PDF file. The YouTube playlist is in the PDF file. Where to submit is in the PDF file. So just go through it. Remember to read every instruction before you start doing the assignment so that you know how best to do it. If you have any questions, let us know in the group chat. We are here to assist you. We are here to help you. In as much as I would have liked to tell you everything, it's not possible for me to teach everything about Excel under 4 days. And honestly, teaching it under 4 days has really, really, really stretched me. I'm really grateful for this opportunity because it made me learn something new. It made me learn how to summarize and compress everything I've known for years, everything I've taken me years to learn in a span of 4 days. It's not really been easy. It's not really been easy, right? You guys should not leave now because I'll be sharing the link for you to get your free certificate course. So you need to stay here. Now, I promised you guys at the start of this program too that because I know, realistically speaking, it's not possible for anybody to learn Excel under 4 days. I took it upon myself to go and look for where you guys can get a free certified course that is free. You will also get a free certificate, and this certificate is recognized by workers, recognized by remote job, recognized globally everywhere. You can use it to apply for roles, you can use it to apply for jobs anywhere in the world, and it's called Simply Web. So this is the link here. I'm also going to attach the link now so some people can also scan as well. Asha, also please share the link to them in the group. So I've attached as well. I've attached the QR code so you can scan it to access it. If not, please, they should share the link in the group. Now, the thing about this course, that the limitation is because it is free, it has only 74 days before it expires. So it means that once you open the course, once you use the link, you quickly search for Introduction to MS Excel. This is what you're going to search for. You guys should remember this. Once you use the link, register, sign up for it, and then search for Introduction to MS Excel. Now, once you search for the Introduction to MS Excel, you guys should note that you should not enroll in that course because now we have entered holiday season. And if you except you know that you're not going to be celebrating your holiday, but if you know you're going to be celebrating your holiday, do not take the course because the course lasts for only 74 days free. If it exceeds that moment, you will have to pay for it. So it's enough time for you, if you're really serious about learning and getting a certificate that you can add to your resume, add to anything that you're doing, boost your CV. If you're really serious about it, 74 days is more than enough for you to finish that course because it's just a 7-hour course. It's not even much or less, just 7 hours, right? So I advise that you guys take it from next year. Now, this course covers up everything and more. Everything and more. It covers up everything and more, right? I did not talk about dashboard visualization very well. I did not talk about formulas very well. A lot of formulas, the if formula, conditional format, I didn't talk about it. Even covers VBA, it covers macro. I went above and beyond for you guys to go and look for this course. The best course that will not stress you guys, that will teach you handheld teaching, that you don't have to stress yourself. So you guys wait for this. Wait for this. Get a link to this. Please, Asha, also share them the link in the group so that they can start signing up as well. Now they can start signing up. So as I've told you guys before, this course is just only 7 hours. And if you bring out 1 hour just in a week, just bring out just 1 hour every week, before you know it, you're already done with your course. Before you know it, you'll be Excel certified. You'll be a certificate holder in Excel. You'll have bragging right now. You are not just telling people I know how to use Excel. You have a certificate to back it up, and it is not easy. So you guys should not sleep on this. Do not sleep on this insight I've given you people. Do not sleep on this offer. Take the course. Now you're going to have two certificates. You're going to get certificate of participation for all those that did it, and you're going to get certificate to an Excel course, something globally recognized that you can use to apply for remote roles, you can use to add to your CV, you can use to do practically anything that you want to use it to do, because this is a CV booster, right? This is a CV booster. So bring out just 1 hour every week. Before you know it, in a month, before a month is even up, you should be done taking the course, no matter how hard it is, or even bring out 30 minutes. If you bring out 30 minutes every week, so you can still finish taking the course before you know it, because I think 72 days is at least 3 months. So you have at least 3 months to take a 7-hour course. It's enough time, right? Now, I also told you guys before, you'll receive a certificate of participation as long as you guys stayed here for 80% assignment. You did your 80% assignment and then did 70% attendance. That means at least for your assignment, you missed at least just one assignment. And for attendance, let's say maybe you missed at least 2 days, you can have you're liable to get a certificate. If you missed any of this thing, I'm sorry, you guys are not qualified to get a certificate, because I wanted to dish out quality, and I only also want people that really got value from this to also be qualified to get a certificate, because it's not easy for you to bring out your time every evening, every weekend to come and learn. So it's only right that you be able to get a certificate to commend you for all the effort that you've put into gaining value for yourself, changing your story, right? Please, Rebecca Abonyo, explain your question much more. Now we're moving to tier two, right? As I told you guys before, imagine you guys learned all this now under tier one. Like you guys just came and learned a whole lot under tier one. But now I've also created tier two for people now. But this tier two now, I want it to be for only intermediates. Intermediates I'm talking about now is not beginners. It's not people that are starting out. I want people that already know maybe basic things about how to use pivot tables before now, how to use dashboard designs very well, how to do the basic formulas, even know a bit about Power Query, know a bit about SQL, right? If you feel that you're liable to this, if you feel that you're in this category, come and take the short quiz to qualify you. The short quiz, once you pass it, it shows that truly that you are qualified, you're an intermediate, and you're qualified to join the tier two. And tier two comes with a lot of perks. It comes with a lot of perks. I dished out value for you guys for just this class. So you can imagine what the tier two is coming to come and take. You can imagine what it is taking. And next year, I have a whole lot by the grace of God planned for you guys. So if you know that you are among this category, then you take the test. The link to the test will be dropped sometime this week. It's just a short quiz to really prove that you're liable to join the tier two, right? To join the tier two, to join the next people that will be moving on, because there's a whole lot to it. And you know me, I always take out my time to dish out premium contents, premium lessons, premium teachings that will impact your life, that will change your story, that will upgrade you, upskill you, right? So now we're also going to give out the highest referrals and the awardees. Initially, too, we also promised that the people that referred the most have an award. You guys have an award. So the first awardee now is Success Wampa. If you're on the call, please show yourself. Oh, let's celebrate you, Success. Let's celebrate you. And Rebecca Ngozi Ebo. If the both of you are on the call, please show yourself. Show yourself. Let's celebrate you. It's not easy. It's really not easy to take out your time to be learning like this. Is not easy. Let's celebrate you, please. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate you. Success and Rebecca, none of you are on the call. None of you are on this live right now. None of you are on this live. So you guys have an award. So please, if anyone knows them, please let them know as well. We'll still reach out to them on our own end. They should come and be able to come and take their award, because we have carefully created an award worth at least 500K for them, because they tried their best. They not only referred people, but they also showed up. They did their assignments as well. They also attended the class. It is not easy. It is not easy to refer other people and still show up to the class. It's not easy. So they deserve an award worth 500K. So it is not easy. But the other awardees now is Ukane Silva Ogenetega and Udo Ekong Umudofia. Now these two people, you guys saw her on the group. She used her phone to clean the data. What me that I did not even know could do. The effort alone, it deserves an award. And Udoe Kong has been so helpful to you guys. He also helped her out with the assignment. He helped her out with figuring it out. It's not easy. It's really isn't easy. I salute all of you. Well done, well done. And you guys have been seeing, he has been helping all of you. If you guys have issues in the group, he always comes out to show his face. Congratulations, you all. Congratulations to you all. Then the people that answered question yesterday while I was teaching: Omowumi Salami, Umana Miracle, Ude Ogechuku, Apedo Godwin. You also are also getting a gift. Now, Success Wampa and Rebecca, they are getting free access immediately to the tier 2, as well as Ukane Silva Ogenetega, because these three people have shown passion that they really want to learn. They want to learn, they want to upgrade, they want to upskill. So now they are getting free access to the tier 2. They don't have to take the quiz. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this beautiful? I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud. And they also have we have also created top winning prompts that businesses pay me money to even do for them. They're also going to get it. Prompts to revamp their LinkedIn handle, prompts to use for data analysis and data visualization. All these visualizations we have been doing now, I'm going to give them the prompts for them to be doing it very easy and simple without any stress, right? They're also getting that. Now, for the most helpful people and the sharpshooters, wow, they're also getting another gift as well. We have also created another special prompt for them to guide their learning, to guide everything that they are doing so far. So later on this week, all the awardees will be gifted and they will show you guys their gift. Now, moving on, congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to every single one of you that have taken out your time to answer, to help, to innovate, to refer. Congratulations. It's not easy to come for a program and then still make impact. It really isn't easy. It tells a lot about your person. It really tells a lot about your person. Now, shout out to my power team. Hi, God. Without these people, I really don't know what I would have done. Oh. Honestly, I really do not know what I would have done. They have done so well for me. I don't take them for granted one bit. I really don't. I really don't take them for granted. From Boluwatife to testimony that taught you guys to Asha. You guys are always hearing Asha's voice talking and talking. So Adadima that is always posting on the group. To Dorcas, you guys heard her now talking. So she took the assignment review. To Nife, our energy mama coming with the ginger to the group. So my executive assistant, Kain Sola. To Ifoma that made the very fantastic AI video that was circulated. To Bolarima that did all these designs that we're seeing. To Kindness now that did the slide designs. To Divine that did the program, all the forms that you guys have been filling out and everything, and Grace that it is the both of them that did it. It's not easy. You guys tell them congratulations. They have tried. Without them, this program would have not been a success. Without them, it would have not been a success. I appreciate you all so immensely. I appreciate you all immensely. May God Almighty bless all of you. May He come true for you whenever you need any desire. Thank you so much for volunteering for this project. It is not easy. It's not easy because they did all these things. They brought out their time without expecting any kobo, just to give back to the community. It's not easy. It really isn't easy. Tell them congratulations. Tell them well done. Tell them thank you because it's not easy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Now, you all have done incredibly well. You all have done incredibly well. So I need you guys to keep practicing daily. Watch recommended YouTube videos. Complete your final assignment, because if you do that final assignment, you'll be so proud of yourself. You'll be so proud of yourself, right? You'll be super proud of yourself. You'll be able to show it off on different platforms that I created this. At the end of the day, if someone asks you, oh, what did you do? You are proud to attach, oh, I created this dashboard by myself. Is it easy? Do it if it's easy. It's not easy. And I don't even want to, even people that have a phone, don't ever think that your phone is a limitation, because this other girl that used her phone to do a data cleaning showed us that device is not a limitation. If you're thinking that device is a limitation, you're just withholding yourself, you're limiting yourself. So do not ever think your device is a limitation. What I believe is that the world brings success to you if they see that you truly desire something, if they see that you truly want something. It will make the things that you need to start coming to you. Like, you'll be vibrating on a different frequency, that the world will now make that opportunity to come your way. I feel like it's because of, I always wanted to learn Excel. I was making efforts using my phone to practice with the Excel online practice, that somehow I was now able to get a laptop. On a normal day, I wouldn't have even been able to get a laptop. But because of the world saw my passion, they saw the determination that I had in me. That was how I got a laptop. So you guys should not give up. Keep practicing, even if you have a phone, even if you're working with a spoiled device. I've given you guys the necessary links. If you take all the things I've said seriously, you're supposed to be excelling in your career, and never stop learning. Don't ever stop learning. If you see anywhere they're trying to impact value, go and join. Join so that you can learn. There must be something, 18 or 2 you must take out of it. It is how I've gotten to this stage. I do not ever take anything. Anytime I'm seeing anybody saying anything practical, I never ever take it for granted, and keep practicing daily, as I've always said. Now, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year, because it's been fun having you guys on this journey. And I'm seeing some people saying that they will maybe take a poll for Sam Musti's session. Well, maybe let's see what happens. But I really wanted to wrap up this session this week, so that I can now also maybe score you guys assignments and everything by the ending of this week. So maybe if we're looking at it, maybe if time permits and everything, we might now consider having Sam Musti's session this week, Saturday. But let's see what happens. Well, I'll give you guys a better feedback as the year, I say as the year rather, I'll give you guys a later feedback as the week comes on. But I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year in advance. I wish you all in advance. Yes, someone is asking if you have enough time to deliver on the final project. Of course, you have from Sunday till Saturday. That's enough time. 1 week. That's enough time. If you clean your data set, I showed you guys how to clean data sets very quickly. I showed you guys how to now do pivot table to use to do your analysis. That's enough time. And then to do your dashboard design is enough time. You have a week to be able to submit your project. So it's enough time for you to do it. So the submission time will end by 7 p.m. Saturday. So now we'll take questions. If you guys have any questions, let's know, please. So that we can call it a night. Oh, we're on time. So this is 10:01. So we'll take questions now. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, please, Asha, drop the attendance link so that they can take. Please make sure you do your attendance before you leave here. And in the attendance form, there's a feedback form with all the things that's been happening here so far. What we just ask from you guys is just for your feedback. So once you submit the attendance link, you should get a form. You should get a link that will carry you straight up to the feedback form. So please fill it up for us. Fill it up for us and look out for it. Asha, please share the attendance link with them. Dorcas, please share it with them. Please share it with them.
Yes, I've sent it. Please, can everyone see? I've sent the link in the chat box. And Miss Annie, please, can you also copy it and maybe pin it like you did yesterday?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you guys have any question, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Asha, please share the attendance link with me again. I can't even see it. Asha.
Yes, have you seen it?
Okay, I've seen it.
I sent it to you.
All right, we have pinned it. We have pinned it. So you guys should start doing it. Dockers, please be sharing it to them on their end. If you have any issue, as usual, please reach out to us so that we can assist you with it. Do you guys have any questions so that we can call it a night? Do you guys have any question? Yes, the recording will be available on this same link. So as long as you use this link, it will be available as well. Thank you so much, Efosa. Thank you. Please, you all should fill your attendance before you leave the call. Hi, Asha. Please, you can take over.
Thank you. Using Excel Champions. Excel Champions, please let's fill the form. The link is pinned. Let's fill the form. If you fill the form, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow is Monday. Thank you, Excel Champions. Please, if you fill the attendance form, please, that's it for tonight. You can leave the live. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. The attendance form is pinned, and if you can't access it, please don't hesitate to reach out to the community managers, aka the group admin, who attend to you and help you get access to the form. The link for the certificates, we will reach out to you concerning that. Do not do, but the time here is not wasted. We will definitely get your certificate. But for now, please reach out to community managers. It will not be posted on the group. Thank you. It will not be posted on the group. So please reach out to community managers personally. And if you have submitted the form, you have filled the form, please you can leave the live. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.
Sorry, someone just asked a question. What about the links for the certificate? So after our necessary analysis that we'll do this week, all those qualified for a certificate will be contacted and they will receive their certificate. But for the general Excel course, it will be shared on the group right now.
Excel Champions, Annie has replied to that question. So please fill the form. If you fill the form, you can leave the live. Miss Annie, someone is asking, please, how can we use the templates for this dashboard to make it easier or faster for us?
Okay, so I told you guys to create a template basically. Let's say, for instance, one of those charts that was created now, once you right click on it, you see save chart or save as templates. Rather, if you click on it, it will now be saved as a template. But now the YouTube playlist that I curated, one of the videos shows how to save a chart as a template. So do well to watch it. As long as you watch that playlist, it's guaranteed that you must know how to do dashboard design, and using pivot table, it is guaranteed. So just do well to watch the playlist. It's going to explain everything totally to you. Easy and simple. Obi Ano. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you all so much for your kind words. I'm also super grateful to my team as well. They tried.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Please fill the form and leave the live. Thank you. Please fill the form and leave the live. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please, if you fill the form, you can leave the live. If you fill the form, you can leave the live. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. The link is on the screen, so please don't hesitate to copy the link and fill the form. If you fill the form, you can leave the live. If you fill the form, good night. Tomorrow is Monday. Thank you, Excel Champions. Have you filled the form? Have you filled the form? Have you filled the form? If you filled the form, please you can leave the live. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. Please, if you fill the form, you can leave the live, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Asha, please tell them about the feedback form on the attendance form.
Okay, please, once you finish filling the attendance form, do not hesitate to also fill out the feedback form. This will help us to serve you better in our upcoming classes. If you enjoyed this one and you want us to make sure the next ones are better, this is very important to fill these forms. It's priority, right? Thank you so much as you do so. So don't just fill attendance form, please also fill the feedback form. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have you filled the form? Excel champions. Have you filled the form? Have you filled the form? Please fill the form. Please fill the form. Please fill the form. Please fill the form, Excel champions. Please fill the form, Excel champions. It's very important. It's heavy priority that you do. Excel champions, have you filled the form? If you fill the form, you can leave the live. Alright. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi, Miss Annie.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please,
Yeah,
can
sure.
Dorcas wants to help take over. Because I'm not really feeling myself.
Sorry, yeah, I noticed. Okay, hi Dorcas, are you on ground?
Yes, yes, I am.
Right, Asha.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Dorcas.
Hold on.
Okay, so 8 people haven't filled the form. What's going on? The link isn't working. Have you tried copying and pasting it in your browser? Why is the link not working? Now at 13, so 10 people. What's going on, everybody? Again, feel free to reach out, send a DM to us.
Hi, sorry. Hi, Gabriel. 123. I want to ask, is it the pivot table and dashboard creation that we're estimating as project? Yes, everything we practically learned for this course. Data cleaning, you clean your data, then you create your pivot table and use the pivot table to create a dashboard. Simple. All the things that we learned for this course is what we are going to be doing. Hi, Dorcas. The assignment has not been shared. Please, did Asha share it with you guys? Please share to their respective platforms.
Okay. has been shared with me. Okay, I've seen it. Has everyone filled the form? Has everyone filled out the attendance form? If you have, please leave the live. If you haven't, please comment below. If you filled out the attendance form, please feel free to leave. And if you've not, please let me know. Okay, Aja better. That's great. Please leave the live. Thank you. Start working on the assignment that has been sent a group. Efosa Ima Swin. After we are done with the analytics, we will send the certificate to you. You don't have to DM us. We will send the certificates to you, Efosa. So if you are done filling out the form, please leave the live. Thank you. If you're done filling the form, please leave the live. The assignments have been shared to both groups. So you can start working with that. Is anyone having problems filling out the form? Or 6 people are still here? What's going on? Four people are still here. Who is having problems filling out the form? Please let me know in the comment section or send a DM. But if you're not having any problems, please leave the live. 4 people are still here. Please leave the live if you're done filling out the form. Okay, 5 people are here now. Someone just joined. Please, if you're done filling out the form, please leave the live. Now back to 4 people. If you are done filling the form, please leave the live. And if you're having problems, please reach out. We have two people left. Are you having problems filling out the live? If not, please reach out. Okay, someone has joined the live again. Are you having problems filling out the form? If you filled out the form, please leave. Night Excel champion.
Hi, Dorcas. Hello.